Ready when you are.
We're ready.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3. What's so funny?
Could you sound a little more excited?
I know.
Could you sound a little more excited?
No, man.
He sounds like he's counting down his own death.
I know.
Sounds like he's counting down, getting ready. Someone's going to shoot him in the head.
That's why I couldn't help it.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm going through the motions.
When you get to one, you're not going to jump off a cliff.
I'm going through the motions for you, man. I told you we're already behind. Let's go. Ready? Here we go.
Jeez.
All right. Well, let's roll along into another Lakers segment that we like to have a little fun with. One of our fun topics here, where we do our which stat matters more. I'm gonna throw.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say witch hunt for a second. I was like,
what? No, we don't play that game on here. So I'm gonna throw a couple stats at you guys, and you tell me, in your opinion, which you think matters more, which is more important to what you've seen on display. So, stat number 1. The Lakers, of course, are still last in three-pointers made and 27th in three-point percentage. But in their wins, they rank 19th in three-point percentage. But in their losses, they rank 28th in three-point percentage. Stat number 2. Lakers, in their wins, are second in the league in scoring, almost 125 a game. In their losses, they're 11th in the league in scoring, averaging just under 110 per game. So which stat do you think matters more?
So I definitely feel that the 3-point stat matters more, Anthony. I'm pretty sure you'd like that too, right?
Yes. I mean, I'm surprised you're going there, but I'm sure there's a benevolent agenda behind it. So go ahead.
Benevolent.
Here we go.
Well, listen to this guy, meticulous. Hey. You don't even know where that's from. All right.
Is that even a real word?
Meticulous. It's meticulous, but it's from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. Get your life together. What are you doing over there? Okay, so let me just start off by saying that it's also a misleading stat. You guys have probably already heard me making this point already in terms of made threes and percentage, because as I so eloquently, hey, there you go. There's another word for you, Anthony. Broke down on last week's pod, our 3-point makes as a team are being skewed by the amount of attempts that LeBron James, our fearless leader, is taking. And since
we're missing,
attempts that he's taking, right? But yeah. And since LeBron is one of the worst 3-point shooters on this team, he is drastically pulling our percentage down as well. And the irony of all that is that Lakers Nation is pointing to that very statistic as the reason why we are a bad 3-point shooting team and why we need to go out and acquire better 3-point shooters. Now, if the opposite were true and LeBron was the decent 3-point shooter, let's say, 36%, probably about his career average, 35, 36%, on the same amount of attempts, and everyone else around him on the team was shooting in the mid to high 20s as far as percent goes, I guess, then maybe you can make a better argument, but that's not the case. I'll give you just some quick stats and then I'll let you guys go. I'm not going to take an hour on this one. LeBron is leading our team in attempts, 229, 44 games in, 229 attempts, and he's shooting 29%. For comparison, a team that we just watched the other night, Denver, Anthony, right? You were saying they were the best 3-point percentage team. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
They were.
They were.
I don't know
maybe
if they still are, but they were a week or so ago, right?
Okay.
I believe they still are.
They probably still are. Yeah. I mean, it was only like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're still 39.5%.
Exactly. Yes, they are. So LeBron shooting 229 shots, 44 games in, at 29%. Denver Nuggets, their highest attempt shooter from 3 is Bones Highland, 213. That's 43 games in. So we'll just say that, they're about equal. Bones Highland, 213 shot attempts, 40%. KCP, their best three-point shooter, is only shooting 189 attempts so far through 43 games. 48%. He's having a career year. I didn't know that career years could happen under Anthony's watch because he says, guys can't improve. He's shooting 48%. He's got lethal shooter on his back. He's over here making improvements, making strides, even better than when he shot when he was with the Lakers. So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, if you're a team that is struggling to make threes and your star player is taking a lot of the attempts and all the other guys around you have better percentages and they're taking less attempts, then of course your percentage is going to come down. Like that's simple analytics. You can do that in any facet of life that you're in. Retail, sports, doesn't matter. Percentages are percentages. So to that you say what, Anthony?
Well, I put that stat on there because we talk in nauseam about this seemingly every week, and then of course last week you had your dissertation on it. But again, to me, when you talk about percentages are all in a vacuum, right? Like you talk about the guys that are shooting high percentages and they're taking a lot less. So of course their percentages are going to be higher, right? Like you had mentioned Thomas. You had mentioned Thomas Bryant. Hold on.
If someone shoots 10 threes or shoots 100 threes, the percentage is going to be the same. If they're a 30%er, they're going to make 3 of them. If they're shooting 10, if they're, shooting 100 of them, they're going to make 30 of them. The percentage is the percentage no matter what.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the example would be like you said, LeBron shooting 29%. He's taken 1 million threes, right? Whatever you said. Mm-hmm. But Thomas Bryant, who you had pointed out last week, was shooting 40 or 41% or something from 3. But he only attempts 1 a game. Right. It's like the free throw shooter that makes 1 for 1. So he's 1,000% on the season. Does that mean he's a better free throw shooter than the guy who's shooting 80% because he's taken 200 on the season?
No, but why is
percentages
LeBron shooting 10 a game? No, it's not misleading because people are taking more fair share of their shots. That's the problem. No, so if LeBron takes half of what he's taking and spreads out the shots to other players.
But what I'm getting at is like your Denver example is perfect because they spread it out. They have a lot of 3-point shooters that take a fair amount of shots, right? They have a bunch of guys that are taking more than 3 or 4 attempts a game.
They don't have one player that's shooting more than LeBron. Bones Highland is the most, and he shoots
because they have a great 3-point shooting team with lots of options. That's my whole point. We don't have those options.
Yes, we do. Based on the percent, we do have more options, but LeBron's not feeding them.
No, but we don't. Those guys aren't taking a lot because they're not real shooters. Remember, a 3-point shooter, in my opinion, is volume, right? Buddy Hield is a 3-point shooter. He takes 9.5 a game, and he makes over 4 a game. Okay, that's a 3-point shooter. A guy that makes, 1 out of every 2.5 is not a 3-point shooter. LeBron is taking too many threes. I recognize that. We all recognize that.
Right.
But I think he's taking too many because we don't have trusted guys that
That's an opinion. That's an opinion, not a fact.
Yes, I just told you.
That's an opinion, not a fact.
But I understand. I just said I believe that's why he's taking more than we would want him to take because he doesn't have guys that he think can make them, especially in the clutch.
That's an opinion, not a fact. So, Billy, if he takes
less
and spreads it out to the other teammates, don't they make more?
It's not guaranteed.
I think their percentages
no,
go
that's
down.
not
Don't
guaranteed.
they get more attempts up?
Yeah,
if LeBron takes less?
I'm telling you that I think their percentages would go down if they took more because they're not shooters.
I don't think so. That's the beauty of percentage. Percentage is not bias. It's just telling you a small sample size of what you can hit.
Yeah, but what Billy?
If you shoot 10 shots and you're a 30% shooter, you're going to hit 3 of the 10. If you shoot 100 shots, you're going to hit 30 of the 100. It's
but
very
that's what
simple.
I'm saying. Yes, but I think if you're a really good shooter, your percentage will stay consistent. You're right. But if you're not, the more attempts they take, I think those percentages will drop because they're going to miss more and not make more because they're not pure shooters. That's
I don't
my
think
point.
you understand percentages. So, Billy, go ahead.
you're right as far as percentage goes, but it's not a guarantee that if LeBron takes less, that these guys will make more or whatever the case may be.
I'm not saying they'll make more. I'm saying they'll make their percentages, which most of the guys on the team are, all of them except for Russ, LeBron, JTA, and AD. Those are the only guys under 30%. Everybody else is showing you with their percentage, hey, I'm a 30 or a 40% shooter. The more you feed me, I'm still going to make that same percentage.
Well,
All you got to do
think
is feed me and get me more shots, and I'll make the same percentage just in a higher volume.
either way, I mean, LeBron
Yeah,
needs
but
to
you're
take,
assuming they're going to make more if they take more. That's
No.
what I'm saying. It's not a fact.
But
yeah, that's what it
yes, it
sounds
is.
like.
I'm assuming it based on the percentage that they've displayed to us 44 games through the season. What are you guys not seeing here?
No,
What
I'm
are you
not
not
saying
seeing?
that.
You have to go based
you're
on what they're
both right.
showing you.
But
They're
it's the
already
volume
showing you based on the percent.
Yeah,
Fuck
but it's
the
a small
volume.
volume.
Fuck the volume. The volume doesn't have anything to do with it.
But it does.
No, it doesn't. If I give you 10 and you're a 30% shooter, you're gonna make 3. If I give you 100, you're gonna make 30. It's very simple. They've already.
That's not a guarantee though. If you're having an off night, you're not going to make those.
Okay.
If you
But
go in a slump,
what about those guys that
you're
are
not
having
going to make
good
those.
nights? All you have to do though, all you have though, is to go based on what they're already showing you. What LeBron is doing is not giving it to them, even though they're showing you that those stats actually, that's what's presented in front of you. Here you go. You got guys that got 30 and 40%. LeBron, you're under 30. AD, you're under 30. JTA, you're under 30. There's a handful of guys under 30. There's no more we can do other than show you that, hey, there's guys that have 30 and 40% on your team. Give them the ball, and let's see what happens there. What LeBron is doing is saying, I don't know about those numbers. I'm gonna take them because I don't trust that. That makes no sense to me. I don't know, because you have no fact to support that from LeBron. You have no fact. If you're LeBron, you have no fact that supports these guys around me can't hit them. There's no fact that supports that. But he's taking them anyway. How does that make any sense?
Because none of these guys have been proven shooters throughout their career. No one's questioning your math.
Right, but
I
then
understand
it goes
math
back.
is math.
I understand, but then it goes back to what Rob said, which is we can grow from within. We have guys on our team. Once Darvingham comes in, he puts in spacing in our offense. We feel we have guys that have proven that they can hit the three. And lo and behold, halfway through the season, they've done that. So why are we not putting more faith and trust into those guys? Why is Darvingham saying, LeBron, you're shooting about 6-7 threes a game right now. We need you to dial it back. 2-3 threes a game. Get to the bucket, get to the basket. You're one of the best to ever do that. And start kicking to your guys and see if they can do that, because they've already presented you with the percentages that show you they can halfway through this season. Yeah, why is that not happening?
It's possible that maybe they would continue to shoot at the clips they are in a small sample size. But my fear is that they won't, because none of these guys are proven shooters. And I think that the more they shoot,
until
the more they're going to miss.
Okay, well,
but in their career, Lonnie Walker's never been.
Austin Reeves has been in the league for 2 years. Austin Reeves has been in the league for 2 years. He went from like a 30% shooter to 36 this year. So he's shown growth over 1 year, 30 to 36%. Lonnie Walker, same thing. He's not been a great career shooter, but he's shooting 38%, 10% better than LeBron. Like, these guys are showing that they can do it, yet they're not being allowed to do it. Obviously, Lonnie's injured, so we're not going to say that. But I'm just saying, like, they're showing you the stats. They're showing you the percentages. They're not being allowed to do it. Yet LeBron is going to hold the ball. He's going to shoot more threes based on what stat? His intuition?
I'm just telling you, I don't think that when you look at this roster, I don't think any GM or coach would be like, okay, yeah, Schroeder, he's a good three-point shooter. Lonnie Walker, he's a good three-point shooter. Patrick Beverley, none of those guys are threats, right? That's why it's so problematic at the end of games, because nobody is worried if Dennis Schroeder is going to hit the open J, or if Troy Brown Jr. is going to hit the open J. They're not worried about those guys.
Right.
That's the problem.
And all that LeBron system is doing is perpetuating that problem. And we've talked about that before.
And you might be right. That's why I told you that I believe if we had a couple of legitimate shooters in this team, that LeBron would take less shots. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you'd see that more similar to like what we had when we won the championship in 2020, where LeBron wasn't taking that many threes, and he was much more of a facilitator to guys like KCP and Kuz and Danny Green because he trusted those guys to make shots. And I just don't think he trusts Dennis Schroeder or, Thomas Bryant or whoever you want to throw out there, Wenyen Gabriel, to make that shot.
Next topic, please.
So, anyways, Bill, you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I didn't add anyway, so let's just get this. I'm over it, dude. I'm ready to go. Come on. I'm fed up with listening to you two.
All right. Well, we have to cut out the language, please. All right.
Oh, man. I didn't get to say so why am
I gave you the opportunity.
And then you guys just keep arguing like a married couple. Hurry up and do the picks so I can get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Kobe gave his opinion. I gave my opinion. There's no yelling and screaming on my end. He had his opinion. I had my opinion. We differ in our opinion. It's okay. It's okay to have differing opinions. And sometimes,
oh my God, dude.
Two
just
things
move
can
on.
be right at the same time.
Bitch, before I hang up.
Jeez. Golly. The language is ridiculous.